So I'm gonna be doing the Q&A now. I'm gonna like do my makeup and hair, but for now I think I'm just gonna let my hair air dry. Hopefully it doesn't look too crazy. Okay, I got my laptop so we can look at the questions. Sorry. Okay. So I'm just gonna pull them up and read them. Sometimes I can go off on tangents, so hopefully I can stay focused on answering the questions. Okay. I'll just read top to bottom. New Year, New You 23 says, asks, what tattoos do you have, and do they have any specific meanings? Did you get your 4 wisdom teeth removed? If so, any funny stories? Was it fast to fall asleep in the dental chair? I'm terrified. What are your goals for your YouTube channel? Okay, so what tattoos? I don't have any tattoos. I've never really felt like getting one. Yeah. Who knows if I might get one in the future, but I just don't have a desire for one at the moment. So, sorry if that's a boring response. Did you get your 4 wisdom? I actually did, and you'll be fine. It was like over before it'll be over before you know it. You like blink and then it's over. It's just the recovery that's like kind of rough because you're kind of in pain, but they give you medication and you just gotta eat mushy food. Fast to fall asleep, yeah. You literally don't even realize. You're like in the room and then the next second you're awake and it's over, so. I actually had a friend who just had his wisdom teeth removed and he was really nervous and he got through it, and so you will be good. I'm just realizing I'm supposed to be doing my makeup while I do this. I'm a very bad multitasker, so we'll see how this goes. Okay. Also, I'm gonna use the little Heart Beauty blender because I just washed it and I'm gonna maybe use it to like blend in my concealer. But yeah, my goals, I don't necessarily have goals, that sounds bad, but I'm just like going with the flow, seeing what happens. My face be zitting today. You probably can't tell that much, but there's like, I have one up here that feels like a whole bruise. It's like gonna turn into a mountain, probably. Yeah, sorry. I think I don't really have any elaboration on that. Did you wheel A in the sky? And I'm so sorry also if I'm butchering y'all's like channel names. They asked, did you always love drawing? Did you are you taking any art classes? Do you have any other artistic abilities like painting or something with music? Yeah, I feel like I have always loved drawing since I was a kid, and I didn't really take any art. Like, I loved art class in elementary school, and I took it as an elective in middle school, and then I hated it so much. It like took having to like do art for homework assignments took the joy out of it for me, so I said I was never going to take a class in school for art again, so I went through high school not taking it. But then, actually later in high school I took a 3D art class, which is like making things, building things, which that is like 10 out of 10. I love that even more than drawing. Like building things is like my favorite. And the teacher was like, you should do 2D art, and I'm like, no. Because we did some 2D art in that class, drawing. Anyways, I was like, no, I just want to do it for fun, not to stress me out. And then other artistic abilities, not really. I mean, I learned to play the piano when I was younger, but I've probably forgotten all of it now. Very basic stuff. Oh, and I took piano in high school, but it was just very basic. Like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about using this. Yeah, it was very basic. I don't have any really other, I guess, building things, like making, like, things. I've mentioned in another video that I was obsessed with making things out of duct tape at one point. I just love making things out of anything. I've done some sewing, but not a lot. I feel like it might be fun to actually, like, learn how to sew with a sewing machine and, like, make clothes or something. But no, it's very vague. Like, I don't have any specific, like, oh, I can do this. I've just done random things throughout the year, random odd hobbies. Painting, yeah, I'm not great at painting, but I did painting once with my friends. One of my friends for her birthday did like what's it called, painting with a twist, where you paint and you can like drink wine if you want. And we were painting. That was actually really fun, and I was like, whoa, painting is more fun than I realized. You can like, I was actually able to like shade and stuff and like mix paints, and so I wouldn't mind doing that more, but I haven't invested time and money into doing that. I also have a lot of like artist friends, and when I see their work, I'm like, they're like infinitely above me, so which they encourage others to do art, not for the sake of being good, but just like, it's so fun and good and beneficial just to create stuff. But it almost can be like, wow, if you want to be good and you see how good they are, it's like, I should just give up now. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, sorry. I'm gonna hopefully put timestamps so that y'all can find questions easier and you don't have to listen to me ramble through everything. I hope that answered something. Yeah, nothing with music. I cannot sing. I was in choir in middle school for fun and like the friendships and stuff, but couldn't sing well. Lana T410 says, oh, I love Q&As. What is your age? What state do you live in? What is your favorite TV show? What is your favorite food? Do you have any hobbies besides ASMR? My age. That's been like the most asked question, so I'll go ahead and say I'm actually 27. I'm not 16 or 12 or 18 or whatever y'all thought. I know I come off young for probably multiple reasons, but don't be jealous. It's not because I'm aging well, because off camera, I don't know, I think the camera gives an illusion, but I'm definitely already forming fine lines under my eyes and I'm not even 30 yet. So I think it's, I don't know, my personality and maybe having a big forehead. I heard in like a documentary once that like certain dolls and teddy bears were made with big foreheads because it makes them look more babyish and like younger and cuter, but not that I think my forehead makes me look cuter, because it was the main thing I got bullied for. Anyways, let me focus. Okay. What state do I live in? I don't think I'm gonna say that for now. This is just so new for me, and I'm trying to be wise about what to share and not to share. At least for now. I know there's other YouTubers that I watch that like, they've said where they live and then makes it more relatable if you live in the same state. But for now, I'm more comfortable with not saying that. Favorite TV show, favorite food. TV show. Y'all, I hope I don't trigger anybody with the way I'm blending, because I'm not totally paying attention. I'm gonna do bronzer in a second, maybe. So, favorite TV show? I've mentioned before that I love The Office and Merlin. I love Merlin. 10 out of 10. The one with like Colin Morgan. And well, okay, I don't know why I'm listing all of them. It's just hard to pick one. I also love Anne with an E on Netflix. Like I've loved the Anne of Green Gables series in the past, like the older ones. But the new one on Netflix, at first, I understand some people feel strongly against it because like they just don't like the way that the actor portrays her, but I don't know, she kind of grew on me and I really actually love the character and like the whole, the filming, I don't know, I love the newer one that's on Netflix. It's so sweet and wholesome and can't watch it enough times. Anyways, what favorite food? That's a hard one. I don't know what my favorite food is because there's so many. If I were to pick, I love bread, and I just love carbs. I love fries, and I love cheeseburgers. I sound so American saying all that. Like, I love cheeseburgers, pizza, fries. Yeah, I can't think of like, I just love all the food. I'm saying all the unhealthy stuff though. Let me say something that's healthy. I have a video that we'll upload that has like some recipes of food that I really love. So maybe that'll like give more examples of like some healthier. There's this like potato leek soup that I absolutely love that I talk about in my recipe book video. Anything to do with potatoes is so good. Veggies are good too. My favorite vegetable, I love like broccoli, kale, and Brussels sprouts. All have like a similar taste to me, like when they're cooked, with just a little bit of olive oil and salt, and just like cook them like on a stovetop or like bake them in the oven so that they're like crispy, not soggy. Like, for me, I don't want them steamed and like getting soft. I just want them like cooked a little bit with some salt and make them a little bit crispy, and then like the flavor that comes out is my favorite. Okay, this is gonna be a long video because I talk so much. Oh, any hobbies besides ASMR? Not really. I kind of said in another video that this has been the first time in a long time I've had a hobby. I feel like I just invest more like in relationships, so I don't really spend time doing many hobbies. It's been like work, church, sleep, Netflix or YouTube. But yeah, no, I spend more time like serving, different serving opportunities with my church community, or just spending time with friends. I've just enjoyed that a lot more than like forming new hobbies. But there's nothing wrong with hobbies either. I just haven't really felt inclined to start any until recently with this ASMR. Sorry. Okay. Slack and Relax ASMR. Fellow ASMRtist, check out her channel if you're interested. Slack and Relax ASMR says, I can't think of any questions, but I'm so excited for this video to drop. Love your channel, babes. Keep up the great work. Thank you. That's really sweet. Thanks. Okay, this is Jasmine JDD. What do you do for a living, and what's your favorite ASMR channels? So, I'm like currently in a season of just like waiting. But what I do is legal transcription. Let me get my blush. So my goal was to be like a live stenographer. I actually could totally show y'all. I'm gonna grab my steno machine. So, if you don't know what a stenographer is, they like type on these stenograph machines. I wish it was more clicky, because then I would do like an ASMR video with it, but it's not super clicky. It's just like but yeah, it's like what if you ever see in TV shows and like courtroom scenes where there's like a court reporter on the side typing everything being said. That's what I wanted to do, but you have to type insanely fast, and I was never able to pass the test needed for that. But the Lord provided a job where I could still use those skills, but for like transcribing audio that's already been recorded, so it's just not live. And I've actually really enjoyed that. Really nice, yeah. I had like a independent contractor job doing that, and then the job I was working for got kind of taken over by AI, and I actually have another job. I probably make myself look sunburnt. Okay, sorry. So I have another job in the works, but it's doing similar to what I would do, but it's a federal contract job, and because of that I need federal background check, and those can take a hot minute to be processed. And they said it's probably taking extra long because right now, especially because of the new administration coming into office and all that. So that's allowed me to start this YouTube random ASMR channel, which has been really cool. But yeah, that was I hope that answered the question. I do legal transcription, but I use a steno machine to do it. Oh yeah, favorite ASMR channels. Let's see. So I'm gonna see who I'm subscribed to. Okay. Wait. Let's see. So it's hard to tell on the camera like how my face is looking. Okay. ASMR Midnight is really good. I enjoy her. She's more like lo-fi type vibes. She does a lot of hair, makeup, like retail type of role plays. She actually inspired me because in one of her like retail videos I love the sound of like the hangers clicking, and so I wanted to do like ASMR in a store, and so I was in Ross doing like random ASMR like with like going through clothes and like purses and different things in the store that were sounds that I enjoyed. But I had to take the video down because I got copyrighted because the music in the background. I didn't even think about that. There was a song playing in the background, so see, here I am going on a tangent. Okay. Yeah, but anyways, ASMR Midnight, definitely recommend her. Check her channel out. I feel like lately it's been a bunch of random like, oh, just recently I found I didn't mean to click on that. this is random, she's not even ASMR, but Emily's Coloring Corner. I mentioned her in a previous video. She does like coloring books. She'll do coloring book flip throughs and like color in them. And the way I found her channel was literally because she commented on she's commented on some of my videos, and I was like, oh, Coloring Corner, because I love any type of like drawing, coloring, ASMR. But yeah, I like it when it's more unintentional. Anyways, yeah, if you're interested in like coloring book flip throughs and coloring pencil swatches and stuff like that, and she just seems super sweet. So hi, if you're watching. Actually, I think you might have asked one of the questions too. Anyways, it's been hard for me lately to find an ASMRtist that I really enjoyed. I used to listen to GB, because of course GB, and Safe Space ASMR, really good. Recently I found ASMR Molly Pelly, Molipeli ASMR. It's more like unintentional to me, like lo-fi vibes. And then maybe I should check out, let me go back to the post. Where'd it go? I feel like an old person when I'm navigating things on my laptop. I'm like, and my laptop's kind of slow, so. Anyways, this is a really long response for a simple question. Yeah, those are a couple. I feel like I find like really good lo-fi videos, but then when I go like to the person's channel, it's like a lot of their other content is more so other triggers that I don't relate to. So I just have like a random conglomeration of lo-fi videos that I like find, and then I save to my watch later list. But maybe I should check out, I haven't actually checked out Slack and Relax ASMR. Maybe that's good. Where was I? What do you do? ASMR. And I had also mentioned Dreamcat in another video too. Is like, I love her Get Ready With Me's. She's not ASMR either, but they're very relaxing and like ASMR type quality. If you're interested in that. Jessica8561 says, have you always had God in your life? And if not, can you talk about your journey back to him? Love your lo-fi videos and your sweet and kind chill vibes. Thank you, Jessica. Okay. Have you always had God in your life? Did I even set my face yet? I don't know. Okay. So anyways, I grew up like in church, and I would say, so I'm trying not to breathe in the powder while I talk. I would say that okay, so like I said a prayer of salvation and like got baptized when I was like around 8 years old, but I feel like it was more so out of like fear. I feel like I was like such a hypochondriac as a child and like paranoid and scared. So, but I did believe. I understood, like, I had really sweet Sunday school teachers that like taught us about Bible and God and like Jesus coming to die for our sins, and like sins are the bad things we do that go against God. And I understood that I was a sinner, and like when I heard about like Jesus actually suffering and like being nailed to a cross, I do remember like genuinely believing that and feeling sorry for Jesus. But there was also so much fear related to it that I feel like it wasn't until later on in my life that like a more actual relationship formed. So jump to like 8th grade, I was like helping in an organization called Child Evangelism Fellowship, which is really great. That organization helps equip teenagers to teach younger kids about Jesus through like what they call 5-day clubs. I was doing that for like 7th, 8th, 9th grade, or is it 6th, 7th, 8th? I don't know, sometime in that time. But like my last year doing it, I was like, I don't even know if I believe what I'm teaching. That's kind of a problem. Like, how can I be teaching kids about something that I'm like? So I went through like major season of doubts and like trying to discover what the truth is. Yeah, I don't know, it's hard to like put into words. I didn't necessarily leave God, like I was like, oh, I want nothing to do with God. I was just like genuinely having a lot of questions and a lot of doubts, like what even is the truth? Like there's so many religions out there, how do I know what's true? And sophomore year, I met my bestie that I'm still besties with, who at the time was a Mormon, and so that had me like wondering, what is this Mormonism thing, and how do I know that what if that's the way, and that's whatever, you know. And she even gave me like a Book of Mormon and invited me to like go to church with her, which if you are Mormon, I hope, like, I respect you, and those that are Mormons, y'all are usually really super sweet and kind, and so nothing against y'all, but I definitely realized later on how much that is not true. I know that I might receive hate for saying that, but I believe that there is objective truth, and I get really passionate about the concept of like people being led astray, and I truly believe that. So Joseph Smith founded, sorry, I'm going on a tangent, you can just skip ahead if you don't feel like listening to all this, but this is my journey and like my faith journey. Yeah, so I was questioning about Mormonism stuff, but long story short, so Joseph Smith was the one who like the founder of Mormonism. Allegedly an angel Moroni came and like told him all the stuff that he wrote on the golden tablets that became like the writings of, so it's not just the Book of Mormon, but they also have like the Pearl of Great Price, and I can't remember all of them now, but they have other writings that contain all of their different beliefs, more than just the Book of Mormon. But yeah, even if there was an angel that did that, that's absolutely not an angel. In Galatians, Paul like warns, like, if even I, or an angel from heaven, preaches to you something contrary to the gospel, let him be accursed. And Mormonism is contrary to the gospel. The whole book of Galatians, like, Paul is warning the church against the heresy of like works being that which can save you. And he's like, if man could be justified by following the laws, then Christ died for nothing. Christ died for us because we couldn't save ourselves. But Mormonism is, they talk about the grace of God, but then they're like, it's God's grace and your works. Like, you have to do X, Y, Z to excel and get to where you want to be, to eventually become a god. But anyways, okay, I'm gonna try to stay focused. But yeah, Joseph Smith was not to mention, any time that like scripture has been added to the Bible, it's been like verified by like a prophet who like proved to be a prophet of God, or like Jesus himself, he like proved to be God by like performing miracles and rising from the dead. And there were like tons and tons of prophecies in the Old Testament that would there's tons of prophecies about Jesus is coming, and about So anyways, if there was somebody who was going to be adding to the Bible, we should find prophecies about that, but there are none. And there's some Mormons that might give you a reference, but if you actually go and read it, just read the context, you can see, oh, this is not even talking about Joseph Smith or that was a really long tangent to say discovered Mormonism isn't the way. I feel like I went through a season where I was like discovering all of the religions that were like kind of the founders like maybe started in Christianity and then broke away and made their own whole religion that's not based in Christ, not based on the truth. Like we have the scriptures, we have what we need, we don't need yeah, you can. So anyway, so there was also a time when I was like, because I would have conversations with Jehovah's Witnesses, and I was like, what do y'all believe in, what? And they also, plenty of evidence. If you're ever curious, just do some like research, and there's plenty out there to show that like they're not the truth either. Sorry. That they what am I trying to say? That I mean, one of the many reasons is to be alarmed. They made prophetic like predictions that came and went and nothing happened on the date that they said certain things were going to happen. And not just that, but they also preach contrary to the gospel, that it's not just Jesus's work and atonement alone that can save you, but it's your own works. And the Bible says like even our good works before God are like dirty rags. Not like to make us feel like terrible pieces of trash, but like to show like to try to kind of say like how holy God is, how holy and perfect he is so, it's like beyond our grasp, beyond our comprehension even. So for us to be with him, like we have to be made righteous in by his righteousness, his own righteous standard, and that can only be fulfilled through Christ and his fulfillment, because he is God in flesh, and so he came and lived perfectly and was the perfect sacrifice on our behalf and took on death for us and conquered it so that we could have his righteousness imputed to us, so that one day when we stand before God, if you believe and trusted in Christ's sacrifice is what will save you, then God will see Christ's righteousness. But if you're relying on what you've done and say, well, God, I did this and this, he's gonna be like, that, I'm sorry, but that's not what the standard was. Trust and rely on Christ alone and what he did. It doesn't give you excuse to just live however you want. As you grow in your walk with the Lord, you realize like how much you want to. As you grow in your walk, you also grow in your love for God. And Jesus said, like, greater love has no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friend. And I think even more so than like physically dying, it's like dying to your own desires and giving up your life to live for somebody else is like the deepest kind of love. And that's the love that's stirred in your heart as a Christian, is you want to live for Christ and not your own desires. It's definitely a struggle, but That's the journey. And so it's not like, oh, because Christ died, we can just live however we want. Because I feel like that's a misunderstanding. Really struggling with this to stay on topic. Okay. So have you always had God in your life? And if not, can you talk about your journey back to him? So yeah, I went through the season of doubt, and then I also discovered a lot of apologetics. So if you don't know, apologetics is like the study of like the defense of the Christian faith. And there's like so many good resources out there. There's yeah, like Josh McDowell wrote a book called The Evidence. I think he wrote one, The Evidence That Demands a Verdict, and then a newer one called The New Evidence That Demands a Verdict. And somebody, was it his son or somebody else that wrote Cold Case Christianity? And then Norman Geisler and Frank Turek wrote I Don't Have Enough Faith to Be an Atheist. And these are all books that help me in like realizing how much insurmountable evidence is out there, to show that we can logically come to the conclusion that like Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. He is the answer to the universe. Like, it is him alone. And it's not just a silly like baseless faith. Like, some people are like, oh, just have faith. It's just like some people's definition of faith means like blind belief. That's not at all. You can logically come to the conclusion that Christianity is the most probable reason and answer for our existence. So anyways, so back to apologetics. But I feel like even so you can learn and realize, okay, that makes sense, but then still have this like psychological, I don't know, I still had psychological doubt. The thing that was life-changing for me was actually when I became serious about my prayer life. So anyways, when I started seeing God like legitimately answer prayers, and prayers for practical needs, but also like in situations where there was no other explanation, and then also like strongholds that had a hold on me that I overcame without even trying, I was like, that's the work of the Lord. And when you experience things like those, it really solidifies, like, okay, I'm like, all the apologetics and research helps you know that it's not foolish to believe, but then those other types of experiences and your walk with God solidifies it. Yeah, I don't know how else to explain it. I'm so glad now that I'm no longer, I remember the season of doubt being so tumultuous, and it felt like it was never going to end, and I was never going to have peace. But praise God that that is not the case, and I'm like, I know it might sound silly to some, but I'm so confident in God to the point of like, he's like the one thing I know for sure. Like, Jesus is the one thing that I put all my stakes in. I'm so grateful to have that confidence. And so yeah, I want to encourage, if there's any like Christians out there that are struggling in seasons of doubts and questions, like, you can definitely get through it, and just don't give up, like, and the Lord also sees you, and he can like provide guidance and exactly what you need to help bring peace and reassurance to reassurance to doubts and answers to questions. Or if anybody isn't a Christian and maybe they are currently questioning like what could be the truth, I definitely just encourage you to I know this might sound counterproductive, but like, just say a prayer to like I know it sounds like weird, like, well, if I'm doubting what even is true, how can I pray to something I don't believe in? You could make it broad. Like, yeah, I had a friend actually who, I get emotional thinking about it, but she went before she was Christian, she was more so like new age in her beliefs, and like looked to the universe for answer, like tried to be one with the universe and stuff like that. And at one point she just like screamed to the sky at night, like, whatever you are, like, whatever you are that made me, that made us, like, if you're an alien, if you're the universe or God or whatever, like, please make yourself known. And not to divulge her whole testimony on here, but like, God made herself known to her, the God of the Bible, Jesus. And so I believe that you can even make a general, like, hey, creator of all of this, like, can you make yourself known to me? And I believe that you will, if you're just like at your wit's end. But also, like, if you do research, I highly recommend that. And a YouTube channel that has been so helpful for me is Mike Winger. He has like an entire playlist called, I think it's called Has God Spoken? I can put it in my description. But he has a lot of really helpful apologetics and goes through, like, in the playlist, like, how he comes to the conclusion that, like, Jesus is the God that is ultimately, he's it. And so he also just is a really good pastor too. Like, he includes a lot of apologetics in his preaching, in his, like, he has different Bible studies that I really enjoy, because I feel like he says what I'm thinking, like the questions I have in my mind, he like ends up talking about, and I'm like, thank you, because so many times there's like pastors where I'm like, why is somebody talking about this one thing or this issue? I feel like, yeah, if you want to look him up, and he has a lot of good Bible study. I think he's been more so lately doing like what's it called, like calling out different preachers that are just preaching utter heresy and really leading others astray, not just leading them astray, but like abusing and taking advantage of people, because that's important too. Like, there's some pastors out here that are like becoming really popular and really influencing people, so he also has content on that type of stuff. But yeah, if you search for his like Bible studies or apologetic playlist, I can hopefully find it and link it below. He's helpful. And just the Bible Project is also so good if you just want to have more understanding on the Bible. They have like videos for like every single book of the Bible, I think, of like just simple descriptions of like what they're about and like the context to help you understand, because yeah, I feel like sometimes it's hard to understand why things are written a certain way, because we weren't living in that time and context. So I'm gonna put like, maybe in the timestamps I'll put like short answer and long answer, because I just went on so many different tangents. I have a problem because I'm so passionate about this topic, because I think it's such an important topic, like the meaning of life and like your reason for living. It's really important. So anyways, up. I apologize for going on so many different random tangents, but in short, I would say that I went through a season of doubts, and then after that, like, became more sure than ever before of like who God is and what He's done and my walk with Him. It's still a journey, but yeah, I have confidence in Christ, and God brought me to a place of reassurance and knowing like He is the way, the truth, and the life. Probably by the time I was like 18, 20s, probably by the time I was 20, I had that confidence, and thankfully have just been continuing to grow. Yeah, I think testimonies are hard because it's like a continuing journey. I know some people have like one point in their life when like everything changed and they trusted in Jesus, but me, it was like a more so a gradual process, and like now I'm thankful to be at a place where like I have peace and trust in Christ, and I'm just continuing to grow, and yeah, so that's my journey so far. Okay. 5 years later. The next person asks, Jelly Beans Yummy says, what are your favorite ASMR triggers and least favorite? Who are your favorite ASMR artists that inspire you? What influences you to continue to do lo-fi ASMR? So, I think I'm done with my makeup. I feel like, yeah, I hope this doesn't become boring to watch. Okay. Favorite ASMR triggers? Probably like what I do on my channel, which is like drawing related or makeup related. Least favorite is like, I like some mouth sounds, but some, like the really saliva-y, like too intense, like in the mic mouth sounds, I'm like, ugh. Or like, repeating words over and over, I don't get that one. That one kind of annoys me. Yeah. Who are your favorite ASMR artists? Like I said, I like ASMR Midnight, and GB was the first one. Well, no, before that, Latte ASMR was like my first ever and ASMRtist that I found. My inspo for lo-fi, this is so random. I don't even know who she is, but there's these random like so I think there's a channel called ASMR in the Wild, and they find random lo-fi ASMR type videos that weren't even like maybe that weren't even intended to be ASMR, but give the ASMR vibes. And there's these videos of this British girl, it says like British girl drawing a random face, or British girl doing her hair, and it's just this girl online. I don't know, he says, I forget where he says he gets them off of, but he finds them somewhere, and she has inspired me to like do more lo-fi, because I love just like casual lo-fi stuff, but I don't know who that is. What influences me to continue to do ASMR? I don't know. Because yeah, I have no idea. It's just been really fun, and I continue to enjoy watching ASMR, so I've just continued to like hopefully give others that same experience that I get from others. What made you want to do ASMR? Do you want your channel? Okay, this is Cotton X, I think, COTTNX. What made you want to do ASMR? Do you want your channel to become famous, or are you happy with your subscriber count and views? What made me want to do it? I honestly don't even know. Well, I think I said in a video that like I got inspired from, I have an artist friend who did an art picnic with our like church community, and we all went out to a park, and like just we would some of us were drawing, some of us painted, just did different types of art, and that got me back into drawing. And then one day I woke up because I was like, okay, I did all that I could do for the job that I'm waiting for, and then now I'm just waiting, and I just like I was like, since I've been enjoying drawing again, I just got this like image in my head of like recording myself drawing, because I feel like that's my favorite, is when I just watch other people draw. And I was like getting back into drawing, and it was actually fun, so I was like, why don't I just record myself drawing for funsies? And I did that, and I think I did 5 videos in one day. In my boredom, I did drawing a gingerbread little dude, and then I did, because my like top favorite ASMR trigger is specifically drawing you, like drawing portrait of you, so that was my second one. And then I did like drawing this like stuffed bunny, and then I did, I think, a makeup one, because that's my like second favorite trigger, doing makeup on you. I forget what the 5th one was. I think it was like a get ready with me, because I also love get ready with me's. And I uploaded them all in one day, which they say you shouldn't upload that much in one day because YouTube will think you're like a bot. But after like a few days, I started getting some views, and I was like, this is weird because I was legitimately bored and doing it for fun, and I was kind of doing what I feel like would be fun for me to watch, but it actually was getting good responses, and I was like, wow, this is crazy. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I guess my love for ASMR, and I also was just thinking like this is the type of ASMR that I like to watch and wish there was more of, so that's just what I got inspired to do. Then was like more inspired as I got more like interactions and stuff. So I guess that's what influences you to continue, I guess, is like the positive like response to it. Do you want your channel to become famous? Are you happy with your subscriber count and views? So on one hand, I would totally be content like just staying at this count, because that actually seems really intimidating and like a lot of pressure to like get like more and more and more and more views and subscribers. But on the other hand, if I do realistically want to continue the hobby as I continue working, the growth would be helpful in allowing me to have the income to be able to keep doing it. But if I wanted it to just be a chill hobby where I end up like uploading once a week or something, then I'm totally fine with just leaving it as is. But if I wanted to upload at the rate I'm uploading now, I'd have to have some sort of income to compensate for like the time and energy that I'm putting into it. If that makes sense. Okay, you're the first ever YouTube channel that I have commented on across the years because I love your drawing you videos. Please never stop. Thank you. You're naturally beautiful too, don't change. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that, because I really enjoy the drawing you videos, and so I hope that I can produce and hopefully y'all can enjoy. Okay, so I guess I already answered the hobbies, and then yeah, favorite ASMR triggers, drawing you and makeup have to be like my favorite, if you can't tell by my channel. And also book related ASMR. Okay, Jess 0629 says, how old are you? What kind of work do you do? How long have you listened to ASMR? What kind is your favorite to do? More related information. Did you grow up Christian? Okay, how old are you? You already said. What kind of work do you do? Legal transcription. How long have you listened to ASMR? So maybe like I can't remember. I feel like it was maybe around 2019 that I discovered ASMR was a thing on YouTube. And then what kind is your favorite makeup and drawing? Did I grow up Christian? I already kind of answered that. Jasmine JDD again says, also was just watching some of your ASMR videos to get another question. How is your hair so healthy? It looks so pretty. What's your hair care routine? It's really not though. Okay, well thank you. I appreciate that. But I feel like that's just like the illusion, like right after that's just the illusion from like freshly brushing my hair. It looks all soft and fluffy and healthy, but then like throughout the day it just looks like lifeless and but I appreciate that. I don't really have a specific hair care routine because I feel like I've invested in like more expensive shampoos and it really didn't make a difference between like that and like dollar store shampoos. Like I'm currently using, I think right now I'm using Pantene shampoo that I found in Aldi. I have used like I think it's called Hask, hair shampoo and conditioner that has like natural good ingredients and stuff. And I've also used like dollar store like VO5 shampoo, and I feel like it all ends up making my hair the same, like, to be honest. So yeah, I'm sorry I don't have any specific answers on that. But yeah, don't be jealous, because it's like really thin and it doesn't stay like shiny and fluffy like it is now. Like as I go throughout the day, it doesn't stay looking like that. But thank you for the compliment. Sorry, that's been sitting there. Okay. It's, let me go back. Bug 847 says, I always love to know, how did you find ASMR? What were your first thoughts about it? I definitely thought it was strange for a while. I mean, yeah, same. I also would love to hear how other people found it, because I didn't find it until my adulthood. Like, so I was maybe 21 or something when I discovered ASMR was a thing on YouTube, or like what ASMR was. I feel like at first I would watch a lot of like makeup tutorials. Like one of my favorite makeup tutorial girls on YouTube is Brianna Fox, and I would watch her videos on repeat because I just loved it. It made me feel so relaxed, and I didn't understand what ASMR was yet. And then for some reason, I don't even know why this thought came into my mind, I heard people talk about ASMR, but maybe because of what I saw in commercials or something, I don't know, but my only concept of it was like eating food into a microphone, and I'm like, what? And I think I don't know who it was, but somebody said, yeah, some people just find it really relaxing, and I'm like, how is hearing people eat relaxing? And then I don't know why, but one day when I was watching Brianna's makeup videos, I'm like, I feel relaxed when I watch her videos. I'm like, what if there's different types of ASMR? More, and I'm like, I don't even know why, but the thought just popped in my head, like, makeup ASMR. And so I typed that into YouTube, and I was like, the first thing that popped up was latte ASMR, like doing my makeup, doing the makeup on the camera, and I was like, what is this? Instantly hooked, instantly like addicted. I was like, whoa, so other people experience what I have and then cater it towards that sensation. People in the comments talk about the tingles, and I'm like, this is what I've been experiencing all along, and other people understand. But yeah, for a while I was like, this is probably so weird. I did not tell anybody that like I watched ASMR, because I was like, this is so weird, this is probably the weirdest thing ever. But I was like, at least I have this community online that I know gets it. And then yeah, at that time, if you could have told me that I would be doing ASMR on YouTube one day with my face on here, I would be like, joke's on you. That would be humiliating. Because now I'm just used to it, but at the time when I was new to it, I'm like, this is probably so weird, I can't tell anybody. And then anyways, I feel like I told a friend about it one time, and then they just didn't respond, and I'm like, okay, then it must be weird. So yeah. So yeah, ASMR latte was my first exposure, and then I like went looking for all type. I was like, oh, there's hair ASMR, and there's this and that and this. It was so nice to know that like other people experienced that too, because I feel like I already had experienced like the ASMR experience all my life. Like as a kid, when like I'd have a friend that would be next to me like writing notes or something, like that was so like relaxing, and I never understood why. I never thought that other people had that experience too. I remember maybe in like 2nd or 3rd grade, I had a friend that drew a picture of me. She's like, okay, it's literally like the role plays you see on YouTube, but it was in real life. And I was like, it was so tingly of an experience as a kid, but I didn't understand why. I was just like, I'm not gonna question it. I'm like, yeah, you can draw me anytime you want. And then I'd have like friends or cousins that would do like, we'd do makeup on each other or like braid each other's hair, and I would love that. I'm like, yeah, do my makeup, even though I'm gonna look like a clown afterwards. This is so much fun. And so I just found that so fascinating when I discovered online that people do that, like role plays specifically catered to having that sensation. And yeah, I know some people are like, what even? Because some people don't ever experience the tingles. Like my husband, he doesn't, he's totally supportive and loves it, but doesn't experience the tingles. And so he's like, I wish I experienced them because I feel like I'm missing out. Yeah, I guess not everybody gets them. But what type of music do I listen to? That's hard to answer. I feel like my music tastes be all over the place. I'm gonna look at my Spotify. I pretty much like anything except for country. Sorry. Sorry if you're a country lover, but I don't like country. I like all the indie stuff because I'm not like the other girls. I'm kidding. No, I do like a lot of indie. I feel like lately I just let Spotify give me like you know how it makes playlists for you. I'll like look up indie. So I don't like country, but I do love indie folk or like indie pop. I was gonna look at my Spotify. It says it's installing Spotify now. I thought I already had it on my laptop. This might take a minute. I can never think of artists off. So I feel like lately I've also been enjoying a lot of like indie Christian artists. I love Ali Page. I talk about her in a video that's probably gonna upload soon. I love her lyrics and her songs. Music has been really good. Her voice is really pretty. And there's one I just found, Lena Jade. So I don't know what all of the music she has, but I've heard a few songs of hers lately that I've loved. Her voice is just very relaxing and she has really good lyrics. And then there's Jimmy Clifton. He's a Christian indie artist. I love his songs as well. His voice, the vibe, the lyrics. Sleeping at Last. Beautiful music. Which I actually have a short that I'm going to upload probably on Saturday that like isn't even really ASMR related, but I got inspired by nature and by one of their songs, so I put together a compilation. Let me see. Artists. Okay. So I'm just gonna say some I love Half Alive. Yeah. Okay. Jungle is really good. I think they have a song called like Cherry or something that I really enjoy. Forrest Frank, Regina Spektor, George Ezra's good, Phineas, Billie Eilish's brother. I like Billie Eilish too, but Ryan Ellis. So this is like a conglomeration of like Christian artists, secular artists, like just random mishmash. John Mark Pantana, I think. He's a good Christian artist I've enjoyed. Lovekin, if I'm saying that right. Christian artist. Sorry, this is like all Christian artists. I do listen to a lot of music though, but I think lately it's been a lot of Christian, 21 Pilots, Arctic Monkeys, Run Collective, Alan Raymond. There's a lot. James Vincent McMorrow, Glass Animals, Seafret, Marion Hill. How do you say that? M83, Andy Mineo, Triple E, Lecrae, Jean Grace, Mute Math, Coldplay, Panic at the Disco. I'm just shouting. I don't know, because it's hard for me to like say a specific genre, so I just be Purity Ring, Oh Wonder, John Bellion, James Young, Cold War Kids. I have so many artists, but I'm just saying like my favorite ones that are like, I love Iron and Wine, Bon Iver, Alt J, Mumford & Sons, Ex Ambassadors, One Republic, Imagine Dragons, Foster the People, The Paper Kites, Milky Chance, Coconut Records, Matt and Kim, Group Love, Hosier, Vance Troy, Sam Smith, Two Door Cinema Club, John Newman, Old Man Kenny. Okay. So, I know you didn't ask for like an extensive list, but hopefully that answered the question, because I'm always bad at like specifying genres, so that's the type of music I like. Okay, next question is, Kelty Tree, I know that you are happily married. I would love to know all about your wedding and what choices you made regarding color, dresses, and if you would like to share pictures of the day, I would appreciate it. So, yes, I am married. I know some people ask, are you married? I am married. So our wedding was very like, I feel like low-key, very low-key, we tried to make it as stress-free as possible. So I don't know if you're going for more of like a very well put together wedding. I don't know. I don't have the best advice, because we were very like nonchalant about everything. But I do have, so I have my bouquet that I used. So I had this like wrapped in ribbon and like with a bow, but I undid it so I could put it in the vase, and now it sits on my dresser. But yeah, it's a lot of like springy colors and some eucalyptus. I love yellows and pinks, and this looks like one random flower, but there's like this other blue flower down here, and like some daisies. Yeah. And then I had these like smaller ones. These are so tiny. I didn't realize how small these were, but these are some more springy. And I had a friend that gave me decorations. My friend had these like wooden circles, and I sat these on them and like kind of glued them on it, or like had double-sided tape so they'd stay standing. But then my mother-in-law also got like beautiful clear vases with real flowers for each table as well. And we had like my friend that gave me some wedding decorations from her wedding, she also had a stack of picture frames, so we put like a picture of us in each of the frames for each of the tables. I can try to put a picture of like what the tables looked like. But yeah, it was like springy colors and just whatever we could afford. Sorry, I got distracted. So we used whatever we could. We had friends help, like my friend gave me some of her decorations from her wedding, and then we had like our parents like helping get some stuff, and so yeah. And I would say you don't have to like stick to any rules like that are just arbitrary. Like our wedding was in the fall, but I love springy colors, so I wanted to do spring colors. So yeah, all the flowers we got, me and my mom went shopping for like the flowers from Hobby Lobby and Joann's. So Hobby Lobby usually has flowers like half off every other week, and then Joann's had, because it was fall time, like their spring stuff was like 70% off. So we got lots of stuff there. We got also, hopefully I can find like a picture Sure, but we had this garland that had like different springy colored flowers and like wisteria. It was pink and white alternating hanging down. Because we had this like hexagon shaped thing that was at the altar. So I wanted to put that on there to make it pretty flowery. I just wanted flowery, springy vibes. But we didn't go too crazy. Like, we stayed within our means because we didn't have like all the... I didn't want to like spend too much money on the wedding because we were just excited to start life together and like invest in like other things, like eventually hopefully a house one day. But anyways, we did don't judge me, but we catered Chick-fil-A. And so yeah, again, if you're looking for a more fancy wedding, do your own thing, because we went very chill. And then also, I do enjoy though, like some of the traditions where you're like, we don't want to do that, but some of them I did want, like the throwing the bouquet to like all my girlfriends. I was like, that's super fun. So I had a separate bouquet because I wanted to keep that one, so I had a separate like one that was already made from Hobby Lobby that was on sale, and I threw that one. And so yeah, I suggest that if you want to keep your bouquet. For cake, so like my mom got 2 sheet cakes from Costco. One had like a nice Bible verse on it from Song of Solomon that said like, my heart has found the one whom it was like, I found the one my soul loves, or something like that. And that, it was like chocolate, and the other one was white with like springy colored flowers on it and said congratulations to us. And then my mother-in-law also got additional like specialty cakes from Publix, so we had cakes galore. It was great. And then we had, what else, we got these like for the toast. We didn't have alcohol at our wedding, but we had sparkling juice. And there's this like apple, like Martinelli's apple sparkling juice that we love, that we had on one of our first date picnics. Not the first date, but one of the early dates. So we had some of that. And there's actually like little sized sparkling juice bottles at the dollar store. So my mom got a bunch of those, and we had those set out on the table. And my mom got like M&Ms that were customized to have our names on them with our favorite colors in little packs. And then we did like a slideshow that we made ourselves with a song that we liked, just with like a picture. It was a picture slideshow from like alternating between the two of us from like baby to like now, and like meeting each other, and then ended with like a scene, a little snippet from our engagement when he proposed. So yeah, I can try to put in whatever pictures I might have that's just me. I don't really necessarily want to show my friends and family if they don't want that. So we have pictures. We have like a friend, my artist friend, she also does photography. She actually took our pictures of us before and after the wedding. But we weren't able to have her take pictures during the wedding because insurance. Because of the rule about having to have insurance, we decided we just weren't going to worry about it. I know that sounds crazy. I can understand that it's been crazy to some people because it's such an important day. But I was like, we all have phones nowadays that actually take really good pictures. And so we're like, we're just going to enjoy the moment and let whatever pictures that other people take, they can take. But the pictures of like us together, we had like a first look. She took pictures of us then. And then she took pictures of us coming out with like everybody doing bubbles. And that's my favorite, is like our picture at the end. But yeah, we used the Knot website, which I highly recommend. We didn't even worry about like sending out physical invitations, which was huge stress relief for me at least. We just set up the website, sent out invitations through that, and then they RSVP'd. And we used, on like the day of the wedding, I think, or maybe like the night before, we were like, hey, if anybody wants whatever pictures or videos that y'all take during the wedding that y'all want to share with us, you can send it to this email. And so we sent that. And so yeah, I got emailed different pictures and stuff that people took, which I love that, getting to see the pictures and videos people took. And it was more like very candid and natural. Not that a professional camera would have been any less natural. But yeah, couldn't get pictures with the professional camera, because if any professional type cameras were taken out, then they would have gotten kicked out because they need insurance for that. Anyway, so the dress, again, I don't know that you could take my advice, because I got my dress from Goodwill. I wish I still had it so that I could show y'all. I gave it back to a Goodwill because I wanted another girl to have the same joy that I had with it. And I also have a fear of hoarding stuff, and I was like, I'm never gonna... I know some people think it's really important to them to keep the dress, but for some reason I felt like I didn't need to hold on to it. It would have been good though to have it, to like, because I could have, like, the beading on it and stuff would have been good for ASMR. But that's okay. That sounds crazy, but back in high school, I didn't go to my school's prom because it was too expensive and I didn't have a boyfriend at the time. Or the guy that I was interested in was not interested in going to prom. And okay, this sounds really random. What does prom have to do with your wedding? But it explains why I went to Goodwill. So anyways, my friend, who was Mormon at the time, had her Mormon prom, and it was free. So she's like, come along. And so I said, heck yeah. Even though I was a third wheel to her and her boyfriend, but it's fine. And I actually ended up finding the most beautiful dress for $9. It's beautiful, like pinky. I don't know how it's like not super pink, almost like some purple in it. It was like a pinky mauve. Absolutely beautiful, like to the floor. It had a train and everything, and it had like really pretty beading design and everything, and fit me perfectly. And I don't know why, but that day the thought popped. I was like, this is such a gorgeous dress for literally $9. How does that even happen? And I remember seeing the wedding, there's like a section of white dresses that were like wedding dresses, and I was like, I mean, all of them at the time were ugly, but I was like, one day if I get married, I should see like if there's anything here, because you never know. Maybe when it's my time to get married, there'll be one. And then I sound crazy saying this, but I'm getting lipstick everywhere. I wasn't even planning on dress shopping. There was like one day when I was actually on my way to go to a funeral soon, and I don't know why the thought popped in my mind to like walk into the Goodwill that I was gonna be passing by, and so just to see what dress options there were, or if I even wanted to actually maybe I would realize there's no options and figure out where I actually want to go looking for my dress. But I thought I would walk in just to see, and it was crazy because before I even got to the section of actual like wedding dresses, there was this beautiful white dress popping out like right there, like as soon as I walked into the left. I grabbed it. I thought, this is gorgeous. I was looking for a dressing room to try it on. They don't have dressing rooms in Goodwill anymore. I don't know what that's about, but I bought it because it was $13. The lady checking it out, she was like, this is literally a wedding dress for $13. This is beautiful. What the heck? And she was like, if this ends up not fitting, you can return it. So he was like, anyways, I was like, okay, great. So I went to the nearest place I could. I was like way too excited to wait to try it on. So I went to the nearest place I could find a bathroom, which was a racetrack gas station. And I tried it on and it fit. Sorry, I had to take a bathroom break. My legs were falling asleep and I had to pee. Where was I? Yeah. As crazy as it sounds, the dress fit me perfect. Well, I won't say perfectly. There was a section in the back that my mom had to like sew on a little hook because so it zipped up and then there was like a mesh part and then that clipped and there like the hook, it wasn't hooking, so my mom had to like add a lace little section, and then other than that though, it fit perfectly and was literally the style that I love. I love the wedding dresses that like anything, honestly anything that comes up to my neck. For some reason I love the way that looks. And so it came up and it had like lace and then it was like mesh and then it had like, I can pull up, like get a picture. And it didn't go all the way to the ground, which I liked. I know some people like, absolutely not, like I need mine to go all the way to the ground. But for me that was good because I am clumsy and I wanted to be able to have fun dancing and not trip over it. So yeah, I got to, and I love the way, like when I twirled in it, I love the way that it twirled. It was perfect. So yeah, I got that and was so ecstatic and happy about it. That was like such a blessing to randomly find that in Goodwill and like to not even have been looking for it. So, and then the shoes, I didn't get any fancy shoes because I would have loved to have like really cute heels, but I cannot do heels. I just can't walk in them. They're so uncomfortable and I wanted to be comfy, so I literally just got simple basic white flats from Amazon. I'll like literally these super comfy. Well, I discovered on the day that like it was rubbing in the back, so I had to put band-aids on. But that's okay. And we didn't have a bridal party, so I didn't have like bridesmaids dresses and stuff like that to worry about. I know that's also controversial, but I wouldn't have to worry about that. And I would have stressed out a thought of like who to make my maid of honor, who to have. I would have ended up having like 30 bridesmaids, and I just didn't want to like hurt people's feelings. And I also love, there's so many like meaningful like girlies in my life, and that would have just been too much. So I'm like, this is just a celebration with everybody all together. I don't want to like choose a specific group to like stand by me. I just want us all to celebrate. So yeah, so didn't have bridal party colors and stuff like that to worry about. It was just overall general springy type colors in the decorations. But we also didn't go super overboard with the decoration. I feel like our venue was decent enough. Like the venue had nice wood beam ceilings, and it was a really good deal too because we would not have even usually been able to get it the time that we got it. But like how short in advance it was. But they said somebody had just so happened to have canceled their event, and so we were able to take that day. And the venue, because when we were looking for venues, they're outrageous, the prices. And like the cheapest we could find at like the tiniest venues were like no less than $1,000. But this one ended up being under 1,000 and was really great and wasn't super teeny tiny cheap quality. It was nice, and it actually happened to be the location of our first date. But when we were looking at venues, I was like, I'm not even gonna worry about looking at that place because I was like, it's for sure gonna be way over our price range. But when we finally did decide to actually look, it was not only within the price range, but like under what we expected, so that was awesome. And yeah, what else? So I hope that answered any questions. I don't know if that was even helpful, or I would just say to just, I know definitely can depend on your personality type, but I just tried to be like casual, nonchalant about it, and I was just so excited about starting my life with my husband that I wasn't as worked up about like the wedding planning. Not to say that it wasn't a really important day and really special, but yeah, we catered Chick-fil-A, we got decorations from friends and made our own slideshow, and we didn't have a DJ either. I made a playlist on Spotify that like I had one like some songs reserved for like just chill time, like when people were eating, and then songs reserved that I wanted to like dance to, some like upbeat songs to dance to, some like slow songs. Like I love the I don't know if so, and I even timed it with like the amount of time that we had with the venue and what songs, because I had way like so many songs, but I had to like dwindle it down to what was my favorite. And yeah, what's that one song I like, The Night We Met. I love that slow song, it's super cute to me. And okay, yes, I know this is from Twilight, so some people might hate it, but I love the Isles of Flightless Birds song as like a slow dance. And then there's a song, as a Christian girl, I love the Lecrae church clap dance, and so we did that one for fun. And then of course like the electric slide, because classic, to get everybody like dancing along. So mixtures of songs that we put in a playlist, and I like talked with my hubby like, there's songs that you want. And we also, in our invitations, we put like a spot for like song requests, so some of them were songs that people requested that I had playing like as people were getting there and stuff. This video is gonna be so long, I apologize. Sorry I keep talking so much. I hope that was helpful and it answered the question. The next question is from X Skitty. Says, what's your spark of joy right now? That's I feel like a very broad question. I feel like there's different things. It's not like one specific thing. I mean, not to sound like a cliche Christian girl, but Jesus sparks my joy. But like day to day, like different, I don't know, like a song that I love could spark my joy, or like the way that the sun's setting. I love sunsets, are honestly never get old to me. The sky is like an ever-changing masterpiece, and like the colors, yeah. Sunsets spark my joy. Flowers spark my joy. ASMR, random YouTube ambiances. I've been enjoying like a good rainy ambiance. Yeah, that can spark my joy, just having like visual pleasant things, or audio can bring joy to my environment. I don't know, hopefully that answered your question. I don't know how specific or you wanted that. Gold MVND says, I see you draw a lot. Do you have any favorite artists? Your videos are the best. Thank you. Yeah, I don't necessarily have any favorite artists. I don't know a lot about other artists, to be honest. Sorry. I have a lot of artist friends that like give me tips and stuff, but yeah, I don't really know that much about art, to be honest. This person's name, I'm so sorry, I don't know it must be in a different language, so I don't know how to say it. But the next question is, do you have any pets, and what is your favorite color? No, I don't have any pets. So if you see kitty cats in any of my videos, it's my sister-in-law's cats. My favorite color is green. Jesus for Days says, are you married, have kids? I am married, don't have kids yet. And also I love watching your videos. It reminds me when I first started to watch ASMR videos for the first time at 13 years old. Now I'm 25, so I really appreciate you for doing these kinds of ASMR. Oh, thank you. I love that. I love that I'm able to like be nostalgic for people and like bring back what they liked about ASMR. I appreciate that. Marcelo Gabriel. I don't know. Sorry if I said that wrong. Hello. I always wanted to know how old you are, Artie. Yeah. And then another person. I don't know what language. Sorry, I'm not. I only know one language. I'm not like bilingual or trilingual. Also asked how old, and then Pio Ross how old. And then last Nishimia. I might be saying that wrong, but I feel like it's a pretty name if I'm saying that right. What do you like to do in your free time? I feel like I already answered that regarding like the hobbies thing. Like I don't really, in my free time, if I'm not like spending time, I think it's super important in my walk with God to like make sure I am reading his word and spending time in prayer. But yeah, besides that, I'm maybe chilling out watching like Netflix or YouTube or like spending time with friends or my husband first and foremost. Okay, I think that's it. Hopefully I got them all. Thank y'all so much for oh, I forgot I was gonna totally do like a double braid. So thank y'all so much for like even asking questions. It is still so new and strange to me, for me to like have people interested about me. So yeah, I hope that I answered y'all's questions well enough. And I'm sorry for like all the tangents, but I plan to put like timestamps so that y'all can easily go to like whatever your question was, and we'll see as I go through rewatching this if I need to like totally redo it or something, because I might need to shorten my answers because I'd be going off on all the tangents. But yeah, I hope y'all have good rest of the week or whatever time it is for y'all. So yeah, I'm just gonna finish this braid and then I will let y'all go. I guess if y'all need any clarifying answers to the things I was saying that maybe were confusing or made you have more questions, you can just comment below and I'll just read the comments and then maybe do a follow-up video, since I'm not getting obviously your instant reaction, so I don't know how helpful this video was. But yeah, if you'll just leave a comment, then I can maybe, if it was really confusing or something, then hopefully I can clear up anything else in another follow-up video. I think I need to fix my lips or something, I don't know. But yeah, hopefully I didn't leave out anything, but that's fine. I can always address more stuff later. Yeah, so hope that y'all enjoyed, and I usually never wear 2 braids. It's a vibe. Okay, bye. I will catch y'all next time. Thank y'all.